What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This is the channel where I get my nerd views and today's nerd news. Now broadcast to you in 4K or 60 frames per second, whichever. Anyways, so there's a lot we got to talk about today. Actually, there's only three main things we're going to be talking about today. One of the first things we're talking about is G4. Second thing, The Witcher prequel series, and then the last thing is going to be about the Snyder cut. How Zack Snyder might be bashing the old Justice League movie that came out in theaters. Well, anyways, we'll talk about that later. So, first thing we're gonna talk about, G4. Yo, if you are over 20 years old, you might know what I'm talking about. If you're 30, you definitely know what I'm talking about. G4TV. I grew up on G4 before there was, YouTube. G4 was YouTube for us geek people, right? So anytime you want to find out about anything, before it started, the series or the channel itself started in 2004, right? It went from 2004 to 2005, being called G4 Tech TV. Then it got rid of that Tech TV, and then branded itself G4, and that's when it took off. It was G4 known, and that went until, I believe, 2014, right? Until then, it was going good, but years before that, it started figuring out because it started doing all these things. The main one I was Tech Talk, Attack of the Show, and X-Play. Those are my three shows. Didn't care about anything else. Once in a while they had some anime, so of course, I watched that. But those are my three shows. And Attack of the Show, starring that made people know the names of Alison Haislip, Olivia Munn, yes, the X-Men Apocalypse or whatever, Olivia Munn, and what was the last? Chris Gore. He's been on the shows Collider, or before what it was called, AMC Movie Talk. Chris Gore was on there with John Schnepp and them, and yeah, he's pretty cool people. He was always on talking about the new DVDs and the new set pieces and just these. He was that geek that they brought on once in a while, right? But the one that I thought he was the best part of G4 was Kevin Pereira, right? Kevin Pereira, I think, should have been bigger than what he is. I don't see him in nothing anymore, right? I don't see him in nothing. Meanwhile, you see Olivia Munn, you see everybody else. I've seen him in some things here and there, some shows that just didn't work out. There was like a gaming show, whatever, like with gamers, a team thing with this big buff dude. That didn't work out too well, but I always thought that the way he hosted, it inspired me. Like, I wish I could just grow to be as good of a host as he was, right? The way he could just play off of everybody. And G4 TV, they had a teaser that I just showed you a little bit in the beginning, and it says it's coming back in 2021. Doesn't say exactly when, but it's coming 2021, right? And I don't know in what form it's going to become, because it better not come in the same form that it ended, because when it ended, with Campus PD and some other gaming shows and like Web Soup, what other stuff, like it's a little animes here and there. That was not what I went to G4 for. G4 was for X-Play with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. Those two. That show with X-Play was what IGN became after they left. Like, IGN took over the whole void that X-Play had, which I don't know what happened to Morgan Webb. I used to watch Adam Sessler a little bit after he left. He had his own little thing on YouTube when it was first starting, but I haven't really followed him any either. So I hope both of them are doing great. I would love to see like a reunion, all the OGs come back for the G4 and X-Play, Morgan Webb, Adam Sessler, and then also Kevin Pereira come back. And because Kevin Pereira was always a constant, there was always switching out the his co-host, but Kevin Pereira, until like I guess a couple years before it ended, he was the constant that you just went to and you just wanted to see him, right? Now it's coming back, but not sure how and where it's going to be coming back. Some speculation is because Comcast owns it, that it might come back under Peacock, which I hate that name, but it might. If they're trying to go live stream, like as far as on regular TV, it could work. But X-Play, I don't know, it just didn't seem like the type of show that should be on regular broadcast TV channels, like like Fox or NBC. Like, I don't know when that would come over. Like, G4 just had it, because I think it showed it either 7 or 8 in the afternoon, or no, well, I think so. I can't even remember, it's been so long. I know X-Play was before it. Attack of the Show was a little bit later after that, so it was probably like 6 or 7, right? Now, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm hoping it comes back, strong, but it's not the same world we're in. G4 is pretty much YouTube now. People like me that were inspired by G4 are doing what G4 did, talking about the news and the latest things. So I don't know if it can survive now. I wanted to, I miss it, but in the world that we're living in, can it really survive? I don't know. So if you have any advice or if you have any comments on what you think, let me know, comment down below, because I'm not sure if it can work, even though I want it to work. So hey, here's to hoping that maybe they bring back Emperor and her original X-Play crew with G4. Alright, next we're going to be talking about Witcher. There's going to be a Witcher prequel based 1200 years before the Witcher that we know with Henry Cavill on Netflix, and that's supposed to be taking place called Blood Origin, and this is explaining how the first Witcher came to be, all these monsters, how the world of magic and all that came together. And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. I like The Witcher, and I'd like the show, but I think they're kind of jumping the gun a little too early, because they're not even a Witcher season 2, and they're trying to already spin off and do all these things. Like, yo, slow your roll, get at least a second season and everyone's still on board, because you know sometimes first season be great, second season flopped, and everyone's like, I don't know, and then all of a sudden Netflix is not known for running long with their series. They have this motto that they kind of want to go 3 seasons and then be done. I mean, that's what happened at least with the Marvel thing. I don't know if they had big issues because with Disney and how that works, but a lot of times they don't keep going on with these series. So I would have been happy if they just kept going constantly with Henry Cavill, knocked out 3, 4 seasons, maybe 5, and then had this in the back burner like, yo, prequels, don't worry, we have some more stuff after, because that's what they're doing with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is supposed to be a prequel, and this is after they had their run with the original series. And same thing with, I believe, Lord of the Rings. I think it's a prequel that's going to be on Amazon. So Henry Cavill's not going to be any part of it because it's taking place 1200 years before. So I'm not sure. I'll watch it, definitely gonna watch it, but do they need to do it now? I don't think so. I think they could have just held off a little bit, because it's like you're sort of the way with the movie theater system and how they don't put out movies of their own around the same time, right? They, like, Marvel doesn't put out 3 Marvel movies in the first 2 months. Like, no, they space it out because they don't want to take up any of their, gain as far as the viewerships, as far as money or anything that could be made off of that. You don't want to have so many things. It's just saturating your own market. So I don't know. I think they should hold off, but we'll see how it works out, right? Now, the last thing we're going to be talking about is Zack Snyder. Now, Zack Snyder, for a while, he would always put these little teasers. He's been champion, and a lot of people have been champion for this whole Snyder cut, right? Me personally, didn't really care. Batman vs Superman, that was Snyder, and that sucked. I'm sorry. Even with the extended version, Martha does not save it. It doesn't. I did like Man of Steel, even though I had issues with the snap in the neck, but hey, what else would he have done with Zod, right? And I don't understand why Zod couldn't just turn his eyes and burn, like, he's like he had to turn his head in order to burn that family. Like, then that's why he snapped his neck, but he could have literally just looked and cut right through him. Either way, that's my issues, somewhat minor, but the movie itself, the Justice League, that, what was it, Zack Snyder originally started directing, and then Joss Whedon took over because of issues, his daughter committed suicide and all that, and then there was just fundamentally people in the top that's working, fiddling with it, and he stepped away. Now, he's doing a Snyder cut, and there was an event that they asked him if he was going to use any footage from the past or from that was videoed from, the Justice League movie, right? And he basically joked or whatever, and he was like, yo, there's no way I'm going to use any footage that I did not shoot or footage that was shot after I left. That's it. I would blow up the Snyder cut before I did that. And people took that as him bashing it, right? And it's like, I would have too, but I thought about it, and it's like, I think it was a little tongue-in-cheek. I think he kind of did it a little bit wrong way, but he's basically saying that if he used anything from, Joss Whedon, it wouldn't be the Snyder cut. Snyder cut is everything that he did. But except they're saying that they're not recording any more footage, which I find it weird because the movie wasn't done. And he had his footage, so you would think he would still have to record some footage. And I don't think it's a stupid question, because you figured they shot a bunch of stuff. There's probably some stuff they didn't even use. So why not just be like, okay, you didn't use that? I think I might use it in the whole thing. So I kind of think it's a little, he's throwing a little slight shade, but I don't think it was serious as people are taking. They're taking like, oh man, he's just bashing Joss Whedon's. They're like, yo, please, he didn't even make that money. Like, you know, he was the lowest scored movie. No, actually, Man of Steel scored higher than Justice League, yes, and Batman vs Superman, yes. So Man of Steel did better than that, but at the same fact, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm looking forward to seeing this whole Snyder cut. They've been talking about it long enough. I want to see what he finally did. I want to see if it's any good, because it's been so overhyped. Like he's gonna do this great job. I mean, sure, he's done great things. He's done 300. He's done other movies that are great. Man of Steel was pretty good, but you know, when it came to the Justice, Batman vs Superman, it just fell short. It really fell short, and that was him. And I don't know. So I think that maybe he should shut his mouth a little bit and just do the movie that everyone's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Stop throwing shade that he was throwing way beforehand. Like, yo, just do the movie. Speak with your accents. Speak with your product. You know, if your thing is gonna be so great, let it come out and shut everybody else up and be like, yes, this is what I envisioned. This is how good it was. This is how good it is. And bam, you know, drop the mic. So I think I'm looking forward to it, but we'll see. So if you have any ideas of it, if you have any thoughts, comment down below and tell me what you thought. And that's pretty much gonna be it for the Daily Nerd News. Thank you for watching. Remember to share this video, like this video, tell people about this video, and comment about if you think G4 should come back, and if you remember G4 at all, you know, because some people don't remember it. So thank you for watching. Remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Sup Urban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next Nerd News.